the fuck is that guy?
I make my own moves, yeah, I'm bossing.
All weak bitches, please proceed to the exit.
Is there no one else? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
We are not for the weak.
I need to shave, by the way.
You know,
Looking like a fucking grizzly bear.
looking homeless as fuck.
Nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I do feel homeless.
I'm trying to help you.
You're shaving me.
I'm shaming you into looking better.
Probably.
Look better, goddammit.
I mean, that's the reason behind shaming usually,
Right?
to get them to.
No, it's bad. It means I don't like you. According to everybody. Because
Dude, I was talking to no one who's like a family or a loved one besides like my friends, like you guys, like you, Justin, and everyone, fucked with that.
No one agreed with you?
No. They were all like, shaming's really negative. I'm like, no, it's not. And then I pulled out the old Mooney comment and I was like, shaming by definition is like the feeling of being ashamed or embarrassed because someone's pointing out a flaw that you subconsciously are already aware of.
Yeah. No, like it was making me so mad because it has a negative connotation. Yeah, cool, right, whatever. Like, just because you say something, it's like just because you say that something has like certain meaning doesn't mean that's the actual fucking meaning of it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, also if you're upset at that and think of it as a negative way, the chances are you are the one.
Chances are you're doing something.
You know you're fucking up.
Well, it's like you could tell me like, what was that fucking word that you like? You could make up a word right now. Like, let's say
Flash de pan.
Flash de pan. You could be like, bro, this means, right? Blah, blah, blah. It means cool. That's the definition of that word. And I could be like, no, man, that sounds offensive to me. It sounds like you're calling me an asshole. Doesn't matter. That's not how. Yeah. That's not the definition of the fucking word.
Dude, how you perceive things is not.
Yeah, just because.
Doesn't mean it's necessarily the right.
Dude, that's like 2019 in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
Bro. Just people assuming something based off of how they feel about it. It's like, or adding extra context to something based on how they feel off of it, not how it actually is intended or meant.
Yeah. Well, people don't listen. Like, people just, when it comes down to it, people don't fucking listen to what you're saying.
Well, I think it's also people don't care enough to think about it. Like, they don't care enough to add extra like thought into that process. Like, they just hear the general like headline and they're just like, whatever. Like, they make a judgment based off that. They don't want to dedicate like the extra like 10 seconds to think about that and like dissect it in like an analytical way. Dude,
it makes me think of like every time that I have a conversation with somebody, how many, I don't know if I can really count, or I think it's maybe just like a couple fingers on one hand that I can count how many times I've actually had like a real legitimate conversation, like a real deep in-depth conversation with like a person besides like you or Justin, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like day to day, most people are just kind of like have their willy-nilly stuff, like your normal shit that you say, like your, hey, how's it going? Not really listening. Yeah, good. Okay, later, bye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one actually like sits and talks.
Scratching the surface.
Yeah, exactly. Which is fine because sometimes I don't really care to have conversations like that with people, but sometimes I'm like you can tell when you talk to somebody, like when you're actually like conversing with somebody, if they're like totally
if they're invested
into it or not, if they're invested in it or not. Most of the time, I'm actually not invested in the conversation. Yeah. Like, well, it's like that one kid that came into the gym who instantly like almost made the excuse about why he hasn't been in the gym.
Oh yeah.
Instantly, I was like, oh fuck. I was just like,
you like instantly like tuned him out.
Yeah, literally. I like looked at him and then he started making that excuse, and I think I turned and started looking at the computer.
He like realized, he's like, fuck, I fucked up. Save the conversation.
He's like, oh my god, it's an excuse. I mean, I just need to come in here.
Bro, I saw that dude in the gym. He was in the gym yesterday when Justin and I were working out with Steve, and he was getting after it, bro. Yeah. He was like, his shirt was drenched, and like Justin and I were like looking at it, like, that dude's killing it. Like, there were a couple other guys in the gym that were just kind of like jerking each other off and like, you know, like bullshitting and not really working out. And we're like, dude, he may like have a long way to go, but he's fucking working way harder than everybody else in here right now.
I was watching him just spend time with mobility.
Yeah.
He's doing like hip circles and doing all kinds of stuff to help with like his hips and help with his lower back because he is doing roofing. He's a contractor, so he's doing roofing right now. Roofing's really fucking rough.
Roofing sucks dick.
But like I'm watching. I'm like, wow, you're like really spending time warming up and like getting loose. And I'm like, and then you're really killing it working out. I'm like, dude, good for you.
Bro, he's like super saying like deadlifts with something else. I was like, fuck, dude, that sucks.
Like dumbbell squats or something like that.
I was like, dude, that sucks dick.
It was terrible.
For sure don't want to do that, but props to you, bro.
Yeah, he was really, really big in high school.
Oh, really?
He was really big, yeah. And he used to always like, he was like that kid in high school that was like, oh, I'm going to get in the gym. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Do it.
But just never did it.
And then he never did it. And then I seen him at Planet one like a while ago, and he was just kind of diddly dallying around, didn't really lose much weight. I'm like, dude, you need to go duo. Like,
yeah,
we're train harder. But now he's lost a lot of weight.
No, and he's working hard, and I was like, shit, that's motivating as fuck right there,
dude. That's why when
I'm stoked to see that.
Yeah, when he comes in, I'm like, hell yeah, dude, like, get it. You know what I'm saying?
Because like Justin and I were talking about that yesterday, and we talked about it a lot. It's like, you see a lot, especially nowadays with like the way social media is, and like there's a lot of different influencers with different aspects of fitness. Like there's the powerlifting, and there's like the freakish bodybuilder guys, and then there's like the bros that like to party and go to EDM concerts.
Super aesthetic, like fucking chill the fuck out, smoking, and
don't really do a lot of leg days, but have a lot of upper body days. And we were talking about it. It was like, you don't see a lot of guys on Instagram like training hard. Like you see a lot of guys, and they're doing like fluffy workouts, like pump workouts, but like they're not really like changing much, and they're not like struggling to get through it. Like they're not looking shitty at the end of their workouts. Like you should be like drenched and like not every workout's supposed to be like death, but like you should have those death workouts.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking to Fit Maya about it, and like, cause Fit Maya, like he's like one of those younger guys, and you know, if you're not exposed to that type of training, and you just see like a bunch of people on Instagram and like
doing fluffy
that look good, but maybe they didn't. Maybe it's a lot of genetics. It's not necessarily like how they train that got them that way. You know what I mean? Maybe it's some performance enhancing stuff too that makes it a little easier to get that way. But and then so it's if you don't see that, like you don't know that that's how it was.
Oh yeah.
And so he's doing some workout. He was doing like some like bodyweight squats, right? It's like, why are you doing that? He's like, oh, I got this program that tells me to do that. It's like, yeah, but the guys that you got that program from, they don't really train legs hard. Like you got to add some intensity there. Yeah. And so we're like, dude, throw a dumbbell on that. Instead of doing body weight, throw a dumbbell on that. Make it harder.
Maybe put some plates.
And he was like struggling, like at the end, like you could tell. Like, he like at the end of his set after having the dumbbell, he's like he could barely stand all the way up. It's like, dude, that's what you need to grow right there. Like you can do all the pump, like because bodyweight squats they'll burn. Like you do bodyweight squats enough, like
superset some bodyweight squats.
It'll burn, but you're not gonna get fucking jacked. You're not gonna look amazing. Like you're not gonna build some fucking wheels with bodyweight squats. You'd have to do so many bodyweight squats.
You'd have to do like 200 bodyweight squats a day, every single day.
Well, it's not forcing your body to grow. Like it's not forcing your body to adapt and build more muscle. And so it's like, you see a lot of people nowadays that just kind of go, and it's like fuck around time at the gym. And it's not judging anybody. Like, it's what you're exposed to. Like if you don't know that there's a certain way that you have to train to get to a certain level, then you're just going to train by what you know and what you see. And if you see on Instagram, it's a bunch of dudes that are like, not really sweating, just doing like hella reps with lightweight, and they look decent. You're like, oh, that's what I need to do to get that way. It's like, no, man, that's not. Justin and I were actually talking about that with like Julian Smith. Like you see Julian Smith and he does all these like weird like leg workouts, right? like he does all these weird workouts and he's not using a lot of weight. He's doing a lot of reps. He's doing a lot of time under tension. And you look at him, you're like, fuck, he looks amazing, right? But he wasn't doing all those workouts to get to that point.
Yeah.
He had to get to a certain level first before those workouts can like, you know, like he had to do some heavy ass squats. He had to do some heavy ass deadlifts and lunges to get to legs to that point where they look like that. And then you can chisel away and like refine it. But you have to build that muscle first, and you're not going to build it doing like body weight sissy squats.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and that's a lot of, dude, that's just like, oh man, that's like so much of Instagram. And you know what I've noticed is a lot of these super jacked, you know, influencers and people in the fitness industry will put out these programs, and these programs will be like what they're doing now that they're already jacked. And like kids, like you're saying, like kids or like younger people will look at these programs and be like, oh, I'm going to do this because I'm going to look like that. Like I'm going to look like Julian Smith, or I'm going to look like, you know, like Simeon Panda, or, you know what I mean? But the thing is like, like you're saying, they're not actually doing that. That program didn't even exist on their road to where they're at now. You know what I mean? That is like probably what they're doing now to chisel everything out now that they have the size that they have.
Or it's what they do in addition to like that. Like they're probably still doing heavy squats, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe and maybe they just don't show it or whatever the case is. But like these kids don't know, so it's crazy to me to think like like they think that, you know, FitMind thinks that, you know, maybe he doesn't think it, but like other people that air squats are going to build like massive legs, and it's just like if you know the basics and stuff, like, you know, that's just not going to happen. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, it's just,
I didn't build big legs from air squats. Let me tell you that.
Same, dude. But and some of that has to do with, you know, just the way, it's like we were talking about earlier, people's attention spans. Like if you just showed the basics, that like what it takes, like squat, deadlift, lunge, maybe some leg extension, leg curls, whatever. That's all it takes. Like you could literally just do those 5 things. Is that 5 things? Squat, deadlift, leg press, leg extension, leg curl. If you did those 5 things and maybe some calf raises, that's all you need. Like you could do that every fucking leg workout.
Yeah. The basics.
Just change up the rep scheme, change up the sets, maybe do some drop sets in there. But you could literally just do those 5 workouts every time you do legs, and you're going to get fucking jacked. Right? But people get bored with that. People don't want to see you do leg extensions. People don't want to see constantly doing squats. Like, it gets boring. People want to see like the weird, crazy exercise, like the body weight sissy squats off a fucking box with like a Smith machine bar. Like,
well, there's like
it looks crazy.
Yeah, there's a million. Well, dude, with how big social media is these days and how much it influences people's life, like millions of people are doing squats every day. Millions of people can squat 600, 700, 800 pounds. Well, maybe not millions of people. Millions of people can probably squat
hundreds of thousands of people.
Hundreds of thousands of people can squat 6.
More people can squat 6 plates now than probably
ever.
Ever.
I agree. And so it's like there's no difference between you squatting 6 plates or me squatting 6 plates.
No, it looks the same.
It's the same. It's at the end of the day, it's
might
the same.
Might move a little faster if I'm doing it, but
hey now. Well, I did out squat you at the meet.
Not anymore though, bro.
I agree. I can barely squat these days.
And now I deadlift twice as much as you.
That is true. That is super true. We used to be neck and neck.
We're getting distracted though.
Yeah, fuck you. No, but
yeah, like
but yeah, there's no difference between like a video of you squatting, besides maybe the angle or lighting or speed, and a video of me squatting. You know what I mean? Like
it's the same video.
It's the same exact video.
Swap out the bodies. Yeah, and you can only watch that so many times.
Oh, exactly, and that's why people do this weird shit, because it's like we've always talked about a lot, is like that whole being unique thing, like going out of your way to like do something crazy that not a lot of people have done, or at least not a lot of people have filmed, you know, and that sparks people's interest.
And at the same token, there's so many programs out there that like starting programs like that have you doing the basics. Like there's so many like free programs out there. Like it would be almost silly to come out with a program like that nowadays. Yeah. Because there's so many out there. Like you look at like Arnold's like Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding. He's got a great program in there. You'll get fucking massive.
I actually have that book.
Yeah. He has a great program in there. It's super basic. Super simple. And it's almost too basic. People look at it and like, oh, there's no way that'll work. You can do any program there is.
Yeah.
And you can make that program work. I could give you the shittiest program in the world. Like, I'll give you an example. I bought, just because I'm a programmed like geek. Like I love buying different programs and looking at different things just because it interests me. So I bought Thor's program, his like power training his strongman thing, just to get an idea when I was getting ready for the strongman. It literally has 3 exercises a day. Like he does 3 things a day max. Sometimes he does 2 things a day.
Wow.
And you look at that, you're like, there's no way, right? Yes, some of it has to do with the fact that he's doing 1,000 pounds. He squats like almost 1,000 pounds. So like his warm up sets to get to his working sets, that's a lot of volume, right? Like he's probably doing like, even if he just goes plate up to 700 pounds, that's still like 8 sets, right? So, but it works for him because intensity, right? If you increase intensity, you can make anything work for you. It's like the same thing with like the program Fit Maya is doing. Like, yeah, maybe the leg workouts that they designed aren't that great, right? Like they're just kind of fluffy, whatever. But if he increases intensity, he's still going to get a benefit out of it. Like it doesn't matter. It's really just continuing to work over an extended period of time. As long as you're putting in work, it doesn't necessarily really matter what that work is because you're going to get a result. Yeah. Right. Like it's gonna force your body to adapt. You know, as long as you keep pushing the envelope.
Exactly. Like the program's gonna work as good as you work.
Yeah. Yeah. I could give you the best program in the world, Hybrid 1.0, and you could follow it, and you could just kind of bullshit and go through the motions and get like no real results out of it, because it doesn't matter how good the program is. It's about what you put into it in order to get out of it. You know.
And that's like one thing I've been doing with this program. The cool thing is about your program is like, no shameless plugs or anything on Mooney's Hybrid 1.0. But I am
link in bio.
Link in bio. I've been on Mooney's program for 3 weeks now, and well, I guess this would be my 4th week.
4 weeks, I think.
4 weeks now. And the coolest thing about your program is not only like how you like dissect movements that not a lot of people may know or not know, but I really like how just intense that actual workouts are.
Yeah.
Like I work hard. I push myself when I do them. Like when it says to do like a 5 rep max at this, like I am grinding out that 5th rep.
Yeah.
I'm not just like, okay, that was my 5 rep max, I'm going to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like everything that you have to do in the workout, like the leg days are shorter. I've noticed like maximum effort lowers.
Yeah. You can get through it pretty quickly.
Yeah. It takes me probably like an hour and like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, it really depends. It depends how long it takes you to warm up and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And get to your working sets, but yeah.
But they're intense. Like it's a lot. Like it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And if you put in the work, dude, it's just been crazy because there are a lot of like cookie cutter programs out there that are really simple, and I feel like
they still work though.
They still work depending on how hard you work.
Yeah, that's why the gym is so fucking cool, because the gym is like literally one of the only places in the world where you get exactly what you deserve out there. Like, if you go in there and you bullshit, you're not going to get the results because you don't fucking deserve the results. But if you go in there and you work and you bust your ass continuously, you'll get results. It may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen the next week. It may not happen next year, but you're going to get results.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. But going back to the program, I think one of the biggest things about why it seems good is because it actually has rest times in it. You know what I mean? Because I think that's the biggest issue with most people. That's the biggest piece of advice I could give, like the average person going into the gym, is A, put your phone away because Instagram is distracting as fuck. But B, bring a stopwatch. Like set your stopwatch on your phone or something. If you have to have your phone, put it on Do Not Disturb and like use the stopwatch, or get a cheap watch at Walmart and like and set like stopwatches in between sets, like, because you'd be amazed at how much extra time you take between sets.
Oh, dude.
And that makes a huge difference. Not even just how your calorie burn is and how your heart rate is, but like your pump.
Yeah.
Like you lose that pump really quickly, or you don't build as good of a pump if you're taking too long rest periods.
Well, that's been a huge thing because I'm like a big rest taker, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't really know how much time is going
Well,
by.
yeah, it's easy in your head to be like, oh, I only rested for like 45 seconds, but it's really been like 2 minutes.
2-3 minutes, and like none of the rest times in the program so far have been even close to 2 minutes. It's been like a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And like those are like on heavy, that's like heavy shit. Oh, except for the 5 rep max is like 2 minute rest. But it's so nice to have that like, little indicator because now if it's like a minute and 30 seconds, I'm like, oh fuck, I need to do my, like I have to stop talking to you right now. I have to do my set. And it's really nice because it does keep that intensity because it's almost like I never stop moving. I'm like catching my breath, making sure that I'm keeping track of time if I need to go get water or something. And then as soon as it's time to go, it's time to go. I do my fucking set.
It's really just nice. Another way of keeping intensity high. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it can be more weight, but it can also be shorter rest times or accurate rest times. Cause like you don't need 2 minutes to recover from like a set of curls.
Yeah.
But like you'll see dudes do a set of curls. I see it all the time. I see a dude come by, he'll do curls, and then he'll go over, drink some water, check on his phone, talk to people, and maybe he comes back in like 3 minutes. It's like, what's the point, dude?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to get a pump. Mm-mm. And then you're going to talk about, I'm not getting results. It's like, okay.
Yeah. No,
or they'll come back and they'll do the same way. It's like, nah, man, you took 3 minutes. You got to go up and fucking weight, dude.
At least 20 pounds.
Yeah, you got to go up, man. You're recovered now.
Yeah, you might as well just erase that set that you did and just restart because that didn't count. No, and that was me for a long time. Like the coolest thing is not even just your program, but like just a program in general is it's nice because for people who don't want to have to like think about like going to the gym and be like, oh, what am I going to do today? Am I going to do curls? Maybe I'll do some tricep like extensions and shit. It's like you have your program.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing this first.
Yeah.
I'm going to go do this first, this amount of times, fucking rest this long, and I'm going to go on to the next exercise and do. It's so nice, dude. Like so much less bullshit. I find myself talking less too now that I have this program. I find myself fucking getting more of a pump, sweating more because I know how long I'm supposed to be resting. Like it's super great. So I've been like suggesting to people like ever since I started your program, like in general, any program, like it doesn't even have to be yours, but I'm like, dude, if you don't really know what the fuck you're doing when you come to the gym, get a program. Like if you know what to do, but you don't know really what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get a program because fuck, it helps.
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, honestly, everyone should be on a program. Mm-hmm. Like even like I get on a program. I buy programs too. Like, and it's one of those things. It's like, oh, you buy programs. Like you do cookie cutter programs too. It's like, it doesn't matter. Like it's really how hard you work with it. Like you can, like it's like what I was saying. You can take any program and make it work for you. Mm-hmm. It's really just making sure that it fits your goals. Yeah. Like it's working towards the same goals. Like if you're trying to become a bodybuilder, you shouldn't be doing like the same workout that somebody that's trying to do like endurance marathon running is going to do. But like as long as it fits your goals, you can make any program work for you. But everyone should be on a program. Like it doesn't matter how long you've been training because it's like what you were saying earlier when we were off air is like sometimes you don't do a lot of things. Yeah. Like you do the same things. Yeah. Like if you're not on a program, it's very easy to do the same types of workouts every single time and like neglect other muscle groups or neglect stuff that you don't like. Like that was a big thing when we used to work out at Gunston. It's like it seemed like every workout we were doing shit that you hated.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, that's perfect for you. It's going to get you fucking stronger.
It did too, yeah.
But like it's very easy to just go in the gym at the same time and do like the same style of workout, the same movements, and like completely ignore like all your weaknesses. Because let's be real, nobody wants to do like I don't want to do front squats because I suck at front squats and they suck and they hurt and they make me feel weak and I can't get cool Instagram content when I'm doing front squats because they look like shit and I'm barely doing like 2 plates. Not really, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like I don't want to do it, but I should do more front squats. I should do front squats.
When I had that one of the things, it was like 5 rep max deadlift and then straight into front squats for like 3 sets of 8. And I was like, God damn, dude, I hate front squats.
You're like, can't I just do back? I could do back squats right now. No one would know.
Yeah, I know. But, surprisingly, that's like the one thing that I've noticed is like I just do what I'm like. If it says to do this, I'm like, fuck, I need to do it.
Yeah.
Unless I can't for some reason, then I have to modify it.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
like
if
dumbbell,
you're physically not able to.
like dumbbell walking lunges, I can't do right now, so I just do regular walking lunges.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
still lunges.
Yeah. No,
and that works for me. So.
And you'll get to the point where you can do,
exactly
that stuff. But yeah, it's one of those pride things. It's like, oh, it's on the list. Like, I got to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm like I committed to this program for a reason. I'm not about to say fuck some front squats.
Well, if you didn't do the front squats, let's say you did the back squats, or like you skipped it and you went home, you would think about it later. You'd be like,
oh yeah,
man, I should have done front. I feel like such a bitch.
Well, then it's like, what if I did front squats and then the next day called for front, or what if I did back squats instead of fronts and then the next day called for back squats?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, even though you wouldn't stack those two together, but but I'd be like, well, shit.
Well, you just feel bad about yourself.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, why didn't I follow the program?
You're like, God, I was so weak.
Mooney's so disappointed in me.
Just picture me like staring down at you, disapprovingly.
I know.
Shaming you.
Shaming me.
Talking shit about you to Justin the next day. God damn it.
You guys are working out together like, fucking Jay didn't do his goddamn program.
What? No front squats.
He's like, he's fired. He's fucking fired.
Yeah. I think rule for this, get on a program, people.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
I don't know. God, I don't remember what I was listening to. I don't remember if it was even you that said it, but someone said something along the lines of like, even the best coaches have coaches.
Oh, yeah. I say that all the time.
It was you?
If you have a trainer or a coach, they should have a coach.
Yeah.
Like, because if for nothing else, it's just a way for them to pick up new shit and learn different things. Like,
exactly.
I learn a lot of things. Like, I had Alex coach me for my competition. Like, it's not like I don't know how to diet. Mm-hmm. Like, I could diet. I dieted down for my first couple shows by myself, pretty much. Mm-hmm. And I could do it. It's he's got a different like outlook, a different like viewpoint, and B, it's accountability. Like, it just helps with accountability.
Plus, it's nice because like they have, not only do they have a different outlook and they keep you accountable, but they also, they also can look at you without any like personal judgment.
Yeah.
Because you're going to look at yourself, and maybe you'll look at yourself and be like, oh, I don't look too bad. I'm going to keep my carbs where they're at. Or I'm going to keep my protein where they're at.
Exactly.
I don't think I need to cut anything. But your coach could look at you and say, you're fucking fat.
Yeah.
Cut your carbs.
Yeah.
Cut this and cut that. And you're like, whoa, really? Are you sure about that? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Or the biggest thing is sometimes you look at yourself way too harshly.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, man, I need to cut all my carbs because I'm super fat. And then somebody will look at you and be like, dude, you look fucking awesome.
You're like chiseled.
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck you talking about, fat asshole? like I'll do that all the time. I look at myself constantly. I'm like, man, I look like shit. And then I'll see pictures of myself. I'm like, damn, actually, I look kind of jacked. Like, I saw pictures from the strongman event. I was like, damn, man, I'm like way bigger than a lot of these dudes. I look pretty fucking good.
Yeah, you look pretty jacked. And the dude in Hairfoot was taking those videos. I was like, oh, man, Mooney's look fucking huge.
Yeah.
Especially, like, when you did the yoke carry, you looked way bigger than the dude that you do in the yoke carry.
And that guy was like 6'6", like 300 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, he was massive.
You looked huge compared to him. It could have been because you're in front of him, but, like, that makes me kind of disappointed because if he was that big and you were moving way faster than him with the same weight on the yoke, no disrespect to him, but
no disrespect to him, but
come on,
it happens though. But like,
it does.
But it's like one of those things where I look at myself on a daily basis. I'm like, man, I don't look that big. Like,
that's anyone.
Like, you don't realize how like you don't give yourself credit. Like, I don't realize like how big I've become.
Yeah. I would say that right now that you're probably in the best shape that you've ever been in since I've known you.
Like, yeah, it's debatable. It's like I'm just as lean as I used to be. Like back when I was like first doing shows and like first started doing powerlifting. But like I'm heavier. Like I have more. You're
mass. Also stronger. Yeah, too,
I'm definitely stronger. But I have more mass than I did, and that's like it's just progression. You know what I mean? Like for the longest time, I would always look back. Like for the last couple of years, I would look back on myself from that time period, and I was like, "Damn, that's the best I've ever looked. I want to look like that again." But then, like, I cut down like body fat and dropped a bunch of fat, and weight, and then start building back up from there. And I'm like, oh man, I look way better than I did then. Like I thought I was super jacked back then, but it just takes time.
Yeah.
Like that was like 5 years ago.
That's like something this could totally be in my head, but like with like how training has been going lately, like me getting back on track, me starting to getting back on track with like my meals, plus like, I may not really like my job, but let me tell you what, like I'm really thankful that it's a job that keeps me moving all the fucking time.
Yeah, you're active.
It keeps my body under tension, you know what I mean? Because that's honestly helped me a lot.
It's probably helped with your just general activity, like your baseline cardio, because you're constantly moving throughout the day.
Exactly. But I've noticed I've noticed things are starting to pop a little more, like everything's starting to kind of look different when I get like pumps now. And I'm like, I would say maybe I'm probably in better physical shape now than I was like back at the club. You know what I mean? I may not be like as strong, but I feel like I actually look better. Like I feel like my arms look better now. I feel like my chest is finally starting to develop a lot better than it has previously. And like my face looks really fat right now because I haven't shaved, but like, you know what I mean? But like I'm starting to get like a lot more serious about my training again. And now that because before I never dieted, but now that I know how to eat and I know how, to a degree, I know how my body responds to certain types of food and stuff like that. I just know more. Yeah. And so I'm able to like prepare myself for training. I'm able to like fuel my body to actually make it through workouts. And then I'm able to fuel my body afterwards to actually put muscle on, recover at a good rate. Yeah. That's like been one of my biggest things is like works hard, whatever, you're sore from work sometimes. And then working out doesn't make it any better. But if you're doing the steps that you need to for your body to recover, whatever that is, it makes it a lot fucking easier. And I wasn't doing that like when I first started work. And now I'm like taking a lot more time to actually like, okay, like I need this, I'm going to take this. Like I've been taking more like BCAAs and stuff to help me recover, like drinking those little Fit Aid recover things too, like after my workouts, and like just making sure to get like a really solid post-workout meal in that has like enough shit to help me recover and still put muscle on and then allow me to work throughout my next day, then the day after,
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, there's a big misconception that like everyone's like, oh, diet's like 90% of it. Diet's a huge part of it. Yeah, it is. Like, but it's not 90%, like, because you still need to train and like I would say the biggest thing with you is like, right, like you dropped like 30 pounds, right? Because you were about what 280 ish.
Yeah, I was like 290.
Yeah, you were almost you were getting close to like
300. I was probably like 286 or something.
Yeah, and now you're what, like 255, 253?
I'm 251.
Yeah.
I weighed myself yesterday and
nice, dude.
Yeah.
Almost in the 240s. Hey. But like, so you've dropped like 30 pounds, right?
Yeah.
And for the longest time, it's like, oh man, you weren't training, right? So you probably lost some muscle with that.
Yeah.
Right, obviously. But you lost a lot of body fat as well. And a big part of that too is when you're not training, your muscles don't fill with glycogen. Like you don't have to, like they don't need all that shit, right? So you're not going to look pumped. Like your muscles aren't going to look the same. Mm-hmm. Like, but you still have them. They just don't fill up. So it doesn't look like super, like they don't pop. But then once you get into working out, like that first couple weeks, like they start filling with glycogen and maintaining some glycogen. So you start having a little bit more shape to your muscles. And so like, it's like, oh man, like it's not like you lost like every muscle in your body. Yeah. Like you just, when you don't train them, they don't look great.
Yeah. And I didn't train for like the first 2 months of like my son's birth, like right, like I think like the month before my son's birth and then like a month after, I just didn't even go I just worked and then went home like every day.
Yeah.
I wasn't really eating that good either.
And that's a huge thing, especially with like people talk like, they'll be like, oh, I went on vacation, like I didn't work out all week, right? Mm-hmm. I look so fat and like so shitty. It's like, no, like, yeah, like you look a little, you're holding water. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're looking a little flat, but like, it's not like you put on like 20 pounds of fat. Yeah. Like, they'll be like, oh, I came back 10 pounds heavier, like 10 pounds of fat. No, dude, you probably put on maybe a pound or two of fat, maybe
and
like a lot of water. Yeah. And your muscles are flat because you haven't been working out. Like, you look not as good as you did before you went on vacation, but it's not like you lost everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally just because your muscles aren't full right now, right? There's a huge like, especially like natural people.
Yeah.
Like if you're on gear, it's a little easier to stay full. You know, like you look at those bodybuilders that walk around and it's like they're all fucking
always
bubbly and like look pumped up and they're like, oh, I'm flat. It's a different type of flat, right? But if you look at like natural people, like when you get flat, you look shitty. Like you look like you don't really work out.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Right?
It's bullshit.
And you don't maintain that like pumped up feeling.
Yeah.
But I forget where I was going with that. But like, so when you get flat, like people think that means like, oh, I look like shit. It's like, no, you just need some carbs and you need to get a pump and you'll look completely different at the end of your workout right now. Like, don't just get it in your head that, oh man, I look like shit now. Like I didn't train for a couple days. Like I lost all my gains. Like, no, man, hit a little bit of cardio, get a sweat going, get a good pump. You'll be amazed at how much that will just change instantly, almost.
Yeah, I know. Like when I just had a photo shoot and I had a really good pump going on because I was just doing the program, but specifically picking out like workouts that I think would look cool for pictures. And just doing them and then having them take pics, obviously, and then with like some stage stuff. But like I had a really good pump and I was like, God, dude, like I just like look.
You look crazy.
I look like I fucking do this shit. You know what I mean? Like I look like I'm in the shit when I have a pump. But like if you see me just like walking around town without a pump, maybe I haven't worked out in a day or two. You look at me and be like, oh, he looks like maybe he used to like hit it hard.
Yeah.
Damn, used to, bro. What the hell? I went to the gym on Tuesday.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But it is crazy, especially like, dude. Like, you know, like during that time that I wasn't training, like how just like deflated I was looking.
Yeah.
Even shirts looked different.
Well, and it makes you feel bad.
Oh, dude. I felt like, oh,
you're like, damn, I look like terrible.
I know. I'm like, where's it at?
Yeah. Like the last couple of days, I haven't really trained. Like I got like a massage on Wednesday or Thursday or whatever. And I didn't train that day and I didn't really train the next day and like, or the day before. And I was like, man, like, I was like feeling it. And you know how it's like, it's super like soft and like not a lot of carbs. And I was just like, oh man, I look terrible right now.
I look yucky.
I look awful, bro. But like, nothing's changed. Like, I didn't lose all that muscle. It's just, I'm flat.
Yeah.
Or I'm not like hydrated enough. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into it. I didn't have enough sodium. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into it. And I think, but that's like one of those things that you have to, that takes time to like actually learn. Like for the longest time, like the first like 7 years I was training, I just had no idea what the fuck flat meant. Or like, I couldn't tell the difference. Like, oh, I'm not flabby right now. I would just look at it and be like, man, I need to go work out because I look like shit. Like I wouldn't be like, oh man, it's just my body playing tricks on my head right now. Like, I don't know.
No, that's how, dude. That's how I was too. Like, I didn't know what flat meant. And when people say, oh, I feel flat, I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like shit.
Is that code for just shitty?
Yeah, I'm like what the fuck does that flat mean? I don't know. As opposed to what? Not flat? Round? You know what I mean?
It's just one of those things that it's like nutrition. Like it's like you were talking about. It's just one of those things you pick up along the way. And I think a lot of people get sucked into the idea that they need to learn all this shit like right away.
No, dude.
It's a learning experience.
It is. Like, and the coolest thing, like the beauty of it all is like everybody learns at their own pace and learns things first differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people learn nutrition first before they learn how to work out.
Yeah.
Some people are like dialed in with their diet but have no fucking clue to train. But that's okay because they're learning.
Yeah.
But some people know how to fucking train, no clue how to fucking eat. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really awesome because, you know, everybody learns at a different pace. Everyone's learning every day. One of the best things about the fucking fitness industry is like there's just so much information out there that it allows any and everybody to learn something new every single day. You know what I mean?
Well, it means literally like anybody could teach you anything. Like
seriously.
There's literally anybody could teach you because there's so much information out there and you don't know everything. Like there's no way to know every little bit of information out there.
And that's why you have to be so open-minded going into it. Like if you're about this life, you know what I mean? If you live by the iron, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to be open-minded because you're going to have different information than someone who's maybe competing in like strongman or powerlifting, or someone who's competing for this or for that. Like there's different styles of training for different,
there's different
reasons.
diets.
There's a lot of different a million different fucking diets, a million different fucking programs, each, designed to do something different. And it's just, and that's what's cool is like you spend time to buy these programs to learn to see, how this person does it differently than this person, and maybe why this person does this and why this person does this and how it's gonna like help you. And it's cool. That's like how it should be. You know what I mean?
And it's important to not write that shit off either. Just because it's not how you train or like how you came up. It's like it's important to like take it for what it is and understand what it is and understand the purpose behind it and the methodology behind it, instead of just like writing it off and being like, oh really, you do like 3 sets of 20? Like that's
wrong.
fucking stupid. Like why? It's no, like there's a reason behind it. Like maybe it's part of the bigger program, maybe that person's just new to working out. Maybe that's why they're doing 3 sets of 20. They're trying to build up a mind muscle connection, or diet. Like, oh man, you don't do keto? Like the fuck?
Yeah, that's keto. Oh man.
Like I get it. And some people keto is really good for. Some people really love keto. Some people really experience good benefits out of it. Some people can stick to that long term. I don't.
Yeah, Mark Bell's
keto as fuck.
Mark Bell's keto as fuck, and he kills it. Like he's still strong on keto. Yeah. He's still able to do everything. He knows how to manipulate the keto diet.
He's pretty much keto all the time.
Yep.
Brendan Schaub, he talks about it all the time. He'll go through like months where he goes keto, to try to trim up, drop some body fat, and then he'll go back to a normal diet. It's like, cool, man. If you can stick to it and you like it, and it gets results for you, have at it. But don't, it's important not to just preach like and be like, this is the only way to do it, and if you're not doing it this way, you suck. Like the vertical diet. I do the vertical diet for the most part. I love it. It's really, I can stick to it. I experience good strength benefits out of it. Like I enjoy it. That's all that you need. Like if you're getting results out of it and you enjoy it and you can stick with it, that's really what it is. Like, that's the biggest part, because it's all about consistency. It's the same thing with the program. It's all about consistency. If you can, any diet will work for the most part. Like unless you're like picking some diet where it's like a juice cleanse and bullshit, and like you're nutrient deficient and like not actually eating. Like for the most part, any diet will work. Like you can do keto, you'll get results. You can do vertical diet, you'll get results. Like it's really what you can stick with over a long period of time.
Yeah. What works for you.
Yeah.
And dude, that's like the most universal saying of all time. Do what works for you.
And it's annoying because like, yeah, it sounds like super cliche and super bullshit. Like,
well, no one seems to fucking do it. It's crazy.
The thing about it is nobody takes the time to actually let something work and like pick up why it's working for you, or what's it, like, is it actually working? Like they'll just look at the broad picture. They'll step on the scale. I'm not losing weight. Diet's not working.
Well, and that's like, so already like during this podcast, that's like been a key word. If you guys have been listening, has been time. And that's like an old Elliot Hulse video that I used to watch where he talks about time. Well, a lot of people do, but specifically that one is what I remember. And it's like the number one thing that you guys have to understand is you don't get a six-pack overnight.
Yeah.
You don't get lean overnight. You don't fucking put on 30 pounds of muscle mass in one night.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing that you guys could understand is the word time and what that means. Yeah. It means that shit doesn't happen overnight. It means that a program's not going to work for you overnight. Your diet's not going to work for you overnight. Like give that bitch like 6 months, dude. Give it
at least
like you don't know what works for you until you give it time to work for you.
Or until you're taking like the effort to actually look into like the different results, because diets work in different ways, right?
Exactly.
You could drop some body fat, or you could, maybe you're getting a little bit leaner, maybe you're putting on some muscle, maybe, you don't have to necessarily, you don't necessarily have to be in a caloric deficit to change how your body looks.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Well, people do it all the time, dude. I've done it before. Changed body stuttering a little bit. Changed body comp without being in a caloric deficit. You know what I mean? Just because I have a little bit of fat on me, so.
Yeah. Because you're building more muscle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
which is a thing,
It's all about the time and the consistency, and and being open-minded and being like aware enough to pick up on little things that actually work for you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, be in tune with your body. Listen to your body. Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to the changes. Pay attention to how you feel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pay attention to how you're recovering. If you're not recovering, look at what you're doing to recover. And if you're not doing anything to recover, well, then there you go. But no, seriously, guys, like, fucking pay attention.
Yeah.
And know that everything takes time. You don't get 20-inch biceps overnight. You don't get this. Nothing happens overnight.
Yeah.
Give it time.
And I appreciate, actually, somebody reached out to me the other day on Instagram and they were asking me, and I appreciate it because it was like one of those things. It's like, usually I'll get DMs and it'll be like, dude, how can I look like you? Like, what can I do? It's like, ask me a broader question, dude. Like,
well, and this, like, and
what the hell?
Not even to sound like a fucking dickhead or anything for anyone out there, but you're never going to look like Mooney simply because you are not Mooney.
Yeah, we don't share the same genetics. We don't have the same background. Like Jeremy and I could work out together,
do the exact same program, do the exact same way.
Different results.
And we will not look like each other.
But I appreciate it because the guy actually asked, instead of asking me, what can I do to look like you? He was like, how long have you been training? Like, because I would like to, try to look similar to you. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, that's refreshing as fuck. Like, somebody actually acknowledging that it's not going to just like, I can't just give you a 12-week program, and you're going to look like this in 12 weeks. Like, no, like Phil Heath could give you his program, and you're not going to look like him at the end of it. Yeah. It takes time. He's been doing that thing for 20-something years. Like, I've been training for, 16, 17 years now. Like, it takes a lot of time, and I think, I don't know, it's frustrating to see. Especially with diet. I think the diet one is the biggest one because I see that all the time. I'll see people hopping on and off diets, and it's like, how are you on a different diet already? Like,
yeah, your diet hasn't even probably fully.
You haven't given it a chance to even work, or you haven't been consistent. I know a lot of people hate meal prepping, right? Like, they don't like the idea of eating the same thing every day, but the biggest reason I eat similar meals every single day, aside from the fact that I enjoy my meals and I rotate them, is if you're eating a similar thing every day and you're doing a similar routine every single day, you can monitor progress and what's working and what's not. Like I can wake up one day and be like, man, I felt like shit today. Like, training yesterday wasn't very good. What did I do differently? Why all of a sudden was that day terrible? Like, what did I do out of the ordinary? Oh, you know what? Instead of drinking my full gallon, I only drank half a gallon. I missed out. I didn't eat enough potassium. I substituted this for that. Like, that's why my training suffered. That's why I feel like shit today. That's why my recovery's in the tank. Like, you can pick out, because if you're doing the same thing or similar things every day, like I eat the same generic basic template every single day. And so when something's out of whack, I can look at it and be like, oh, you know what? I only slept 5 hours yesterday as opposed to the normal 7.5. That's why this has changed. That's why I look waterier today. That's why I don't look as lean as I did yesterday. Like, all these different factors. Same with sleep. Like, oh, if you sleep, because sometimes you'll notice, if you sleep for a really long period of time, let's say you sleep in 9 hours, you'll wake up and you'll be like, oh man, I'm a little lighter. I'm a little leaner. Because you've been in bed for a lot longer. You probably peed a couple more times during the night than if you had slept 5 hours, right? So that little extra period of time where you took a longer period of time between when you went to bed and when you actually woke up and weighed yourself, it's a greater difference of time.
It's funny that you said that because I actually felt very lean today.
Yeah.
And I slept. I get about 5 hours of sleep every day of the week. During my work weeks, it's just based off of the time I get home and the time it takes me to wind down. By the time I go to bed, 5 hours. It's about 5 hours. Yeah. Right? So 5 hours all throughout the week. And then my Saturdays, I sleep for 6, or I'll sleep for 7, 8 hours.
Yeah.
And like today, so I slept for 8 hours.
That's your lightest day of the week, probably normally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Saturday morning is usually my lightest day of the week, and I felt lean today. I was kind of like, oh, who's this?
Yeah,
fucking little minx looking at me in the mirror. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're drier.
Yeah, drier. And I'm more rested. You know, I actually feel my body feels good. It's not super achy today. And, you know, I need that sleep. But no, sleep is super important, dude.
Yeah,
like spending time to analyze what you're doing and what you're not doing is important for just like day-to-day success, whether it be in work or in the gym or even like, you know, in fucking conversation with people. Like you have a chance of being maybe more irritable if you didn't get enough sleep, or
100%,
maybe not being as open-minded if you didn't get enough sleep, or maybe you're fucking starving, you know. Hanger is a thing.
Hanger is a real thing. Like I got Chrissy will say that all the time. She'll be like, oh, I can tell you're getting hungry. Because like my mood will shift a little bit, and I'll be a little shorter, and I'll be a little snappier, and I maybe won't be as like friendly. She'll be like, "Oh, you're getting hungry." She can tell when it starts to like kick in. I'm like, "Actually, yeah, I'm getting kind of hungry. How'd you know?" Because you're an asshole.
That's Kai has gotten so good with like noticing that too. Because I'll just be driving and I'll just get fucking pissed at somebody.
He's just cussing people out of the freeway.
She's like, "Everything okay today?" I'm like, sorry, babe, I'm just getting really hungry right now. I'm like, I need to eat. I don't know why I did not eat before we left, but I need to now.
It's like straight out of a Snickers commercial, dude.
Dude, that's real.
That's the realest of real.
Snickers literally branded their commercials based off of Hanger.
Yeah.
A world problem.
So you're being a real dick today. Eat a Snickers.
Eat a Snickers.
It's
so
brilliant.
Snickers solve Hanger
Brilliant,
issues.
dude.
It is.
And Snickers, honestly, is probably one of the least bad for you candy bars, I would say.
That is so
I would say
surprising.
it's like one of the, I would say it's up there with some of those protein bars.
Like a Cliff Bar.
Like probably, honestly, if it came down to a Snickers or a Cliff Bar, I think you might as well just have the Snickers because it's more enjoyable. Roughly the same, maybe a little bit more fat.
But probably a lot.
There's
more
probably
fat.
a lot more fat actually, but it's healthier fats. No, probably not.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say it is though.
Because you like Snickers.
Wait,
White chocolate Snickers.
I'm gonna look this up. White chocolate Snickers actually was not as good as I was hoping it was gonna be.
I love white chocolate Twix and white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups.
White chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups are dope. White chocolate Twix, I don't think I've had that one.
They're pretty bomb. Actually, Hairflip brought me some white chocolate Twix.
All right, I'm gonna list this off. White chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bar, 260 calories. 41 grams of carb, 7 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein, and 21 grams of sugar.
Okay.
All right.
Pretty shitty.
Keep that in mind. Snickers bar, 250 calories, roughly the same. 33 grams of carb, 12 grams of fat, 4 grams of protein, and 27 grams of sugar.
Wow, dude.
So basically the same fucking thing.
That's really identical. That's crazy. Man, what the hell, Cliff Bar? I might as well just bring Snickers to work and eat
Snickers, bro.
Damn, son, that's crazy.
That's the move.
That is identical, bro. I eat a lot of those white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bars during.
Those are so good.
They're
That's
the
the best.
best ones.
That's easily the best Cliff Bar there is.
Yeah. There's no other.
I actually like just the chocolate chip Cliff Bars.
I
It's pretty
enjoy Toffee Buzz.
good. I think we talked about this. I haven't had the toffee one.
We have. It's good. They have Walmart 98 cents, dude. Or Trader Joe's 98 cents.
Yeah. That should also be a key. 98 cents. Probably not that good for you.
I know you. If you,
But
look,
it's good for you if you're like hiking or some shit. Like if
or like work my job.
Yeah, if you're
I
like
need that. Yeah,
if you need some energy, it's good.
it does help.
But you might as well just have a fucking Snickers, dude. If you got a little extra fat,
Yep.
might as well just throw a Snickers in there.
Are you Team Snickers or Team Cliff Bar? That's what I want to know.
Bro, if you answer Team Cliff Bar over Team Snickers, like unfriend me right
unsubscribe.
now. Like, who are you? You're a psychopath. That's what you are.
Oh yeah,
Hey, I'd rather eat bark than chocolate,
yeah, basically.
basically.
But the white chocolate macadamia nuts don't taste like bark. They taste like Snickers.
No, they don't taste like Snickers. They taste good, but they're not Snickers.
What would you compare the taste of a white chocolate macadamia nut Cliff Bar to?
Like a payday?
Paydays are good.
Paydays are good.
Okay, that's a good comparison.
I was actually listening. I was watching Mike Thurston. I don't know if you know who that is. He's like a personal trainer, like a UK personal trainer or fitness guy.
I've heard of that. I've heard Thurston.
He was actually doing he's from the UK and he did like a American candy comparison. And he actually rated Paydays low. And I was like, this motherfucker. Paydays are good.
Yeah, Paydays are bomb.
I fucks with the Payday.
Make every day a payday, dude.
Paydays are way worse for you than Snickers.
Yes. Look at it.
What do you think? How much worse? It's definitely got more fat. I'm thinking like 18 grams of fat.
Yeah, probably like 10 grams of carbs higher. Less protein.
Now, I would think more because it's all peanuts.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Payday bar. Ooh, 240 calories.
Okay.
27 carbs, 13 grams of fat, 7 grams of protein.
So pretty identical to
Pretty
Clif Bar.
identical to the Clif Bar and the Snickers bar.
So you could eat all three. So if you're looking for a substitute, Payday's also on that list.
I'm going to start selling candy bars as like protein bars, bro.
Might as well.
You might as well just crush a Snickers or a Payday with like a scoop away, and you got a protein bar right there.
You
bro.
basically have a whole meal.
Yeah, that's a meal replacement right there. I'm gonna get on that as
Dude,
my
the
post workout.
The Payday mass gainer.
Just get sponsored. I don't even know who makes. Is that Hershey's? Does Hershey's make
Payday? I think so. Or they make Mr. Good Bar.
Mr. Good Bar, bro? That is my shit. I will take a Mr. Good Bar over a Snickers and a Payday any day of the week. Now I got to look up Mr. Good Bar.
Mr. Good Bar.
Mr. Good Bar better be up there. Mr. Good Bar, 250, 26 carbs, 17 fat, 5 protein. Ooh, a little bit too high on the fat.
17 fat.
17 fat.
What was the Payday? Was 13? Was
13.
And then the Snickers was
12.
12, and the
Clif Bar was like 7 or 8.
yeah. So 7 still has the lowest fat, or so Clif Bar still has the lowest fat.
But like 5 grams at that point, like from 7 to 12 is not that big.
But
7 to 17. Now we're 10 grams of fat is pushing it.
So sorry, Mr. Good Bar.
Damn, man.
You're like, I was really hoping.
I was hoping it was going to be like even. I'd be like, okay, post-workout complete.
First workout, Mr. Good Bar. Oh, man.
Maybe that'll be my thing. Fuck cereal. I'm just going to start doing candy bars after workouts.
There you go, dude. It works.
Yeah. It's a little too much fat for me, though.
It is a lot of fat.
Because I'm trying to keep my fats low because I'm trying to get lean for Vegas. Vegas.
The Olympia.
I don't even know if I'm going to go. Nobody's going with me.
I wish I could go, dude.
No, everyone bailed. Chrissy can't go. You can't go. Fuckboy Wes and Josh can't go. I got nobody. If you're listening to this and you're going to Vegas and you want to share an Airbnb or a hotel and you're not weird as fuck, hit me up.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, hit them up, guys. If anyone's going to Vegas for the Olympia,
but you're not weird.
Yeah, please don't be weird
or like creepy.
Maybe it's weird. Maybe the fact that they're hitting you up about it would make them.
No, because I'm telling them to hit me up.
True.
But I'm gonna look at your profile, and if you're weird,
and you better not have a private profile, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Because you for sure can't share Airbnb with them.
No profile picture either.
Like an anime profile.
I don't get
pic?
those people.
Anime profile pic, 2 pictures, 6 followers.
That's for sure.
Loves feet.
Follows 2,000 people, but has 6 followers.
Oh yeah,
that's for sure.
There's a reason you follow 2,000 and only have 2 followers, dude.
You got no friends. Team no friends.
Team no friends, dude. Hashtag.
Before we go, check out notfortheweek.com.
Check out Mooney's brand new 12-week program, Hybrid 1.0. I am on it currently right now, and I am not kidding when I say I love it. So check that out.
And I don't pay him to say that.
He doesn't.
I don't pay him at all.
He pays me in friendship.
Hey. We're fucking awesome. So are you. Appreciate you guys for watching. Check out notfortheweek.com, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Always.